What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Penetration channel. Today we're going to be doing a penetration test putting the 40 Smith Wesson up against the 10mm auto. And for the 40 Smith Wesson, the firearm is going to be a Smith Wesson M&P 40 Pro Series, full size with a 4 1/4 inch barrel. And for the 10mm, we're going to be using a Glock 20 Gen 4 with a 4.6 inch barrel. Now I understand that this is a longer barrel than the 40, but we have to take that into consideration when watching the test. Until Smith & Wesson comes out with an M&P 10, I have to use what I have to use. For the test ammo today, we're going to be using Hornady Critical Duty. Both of these projectiles has a 175 grain flex lock Hollowpoint projectile. The 40, I believe, is advertised at 1,010 feet per second at the muzzle. The 10mm advertised at 1,150 feet per second at the muzzle. Okay, the materials used for today's test are going to be these 18-inch fiberglass composite panels. They are each 1/8 inch thick. I have two set up back to back, which gives us a 1/4 inch of the fiberglass composite. Behind that, we have a 1-gallon jug filled with water to simulate a soft target once penetrating through a hard barrier. Behind that, we have another 1/8 inch fiberglass composite panel. If it makes it through this 1-gallon jug, I want to see if it has enough energy to penetrate this next panel. If by some chance either round does, we just have some extra panels that we used earlier set up to stop it. We're going to get everything set up and be back in a second to get going. Okay, first up we're going to go with the 40 Smith & Wesson, and this is the Hornady Critical Duty 175 grain flex lock projectile. We're going to be aiming for the lower half of that target, somewhere in the center. That looked pretty nasty. Let's go take a look at the damage. Okay, we can see right there where the bullet made impact on the front panel. It did make it through the front two panels and into the water jug. It blew the top off of the water jug. We hit kind of high on it, so you can still see it does have water left in there. Okay, let me separate those. So we have some nasty energy transfer right there coming through the second panel. There's the entrance into the water jug. You can see it's already expanded quite a bit. There's the exit in the water jug. It looks like it split up into 3 different pieces. I see it looks like some damage there, a hole there, and a hole there. So that's pretty interesting. And on the back of the panel that was at the rear, we see the impact made right there on it. There's the damage on the back. It did penetrate the last panel. And it went into our backstop that we set up here. And it did penetrate this first panel of the backstop, which I can't really separate right this minute, and it made an impact, I can see right there in the center of the second panel, but it did stop there. There's no damage on the third panel back. Okay, so we penetrated the first 2 panels in front of the water jug, completely devastated the water jug, penetrated the panel behind the water jug, the first panel in the backstop, and it stopped on the second panel in the backstop. So we're going to get set up for the 10mm the same way, and we'll be back to get started. Alright, next up is the 10mm. We're going to be using the Hornady Critical Duty 175 grain flex tip Hollowpoint. We have the same setup here as we did for the 40, with the 2 panels on the front, a gallon jug of water behind those, and one of those panels behind it. And behind that, we have our homemade backstop just to stop the bullet and see how far it pops through there. So here we go. Alright, that was pretty nasty. Let's go take a look at that damage. Okay, that was a pretty nasty energy dump into that target. The results to this 10mm is pretty shocking though. As you can see, here are the front two panels where the projectile made impact. And it most certainly cleared through both of those. As you can see, that is the exit on the back of the second panel. There's the entrance into the 1-gallon water jug. Okay, and it knocked the panel behind the water jug all the way over there where you can see the impact on it. But if you remember, the 40 cleared the front two panels, the water jug, the rear panel, the first panel of our backstop, and stopped on the second panel. I was kind of shocked when I came to see here behind this water jug. We can see the flex tip from that Hollowpoint. See the damage on the back of the water jug. So I thought that the projectile had definitely made it through. You see the damage on the back panel. You see some damage there where the bullet pushed the fiberglass through. Got you looking around, and down inside the water jug you can actually see the projectile is still in the water jug. And that's a 10mm, folks. That just goes to show you how much these commercial brand ammo manufacturers download these 10mm. I'm going to pour this out and see if we can recover that projectile. One part of the polymer. And there you have it. There's your 10mm projectile. So I'll let you guys take the results of this test and make of it what you will. You can decide who wins. Put your opinion down below in the comments. We'll definitely be doing some more tests with this type of ammo manufacturer, considering that a lot of people actually use this brand of ammunition for their carry round and for their self-defense. Until next time, please like, share, subscribe to the channel, and we're going to see you next time on the Penetration Channel.